Hello everybody, welcome back to Deefax Football, where today we are talking about the time when Blackburn Rovers tried to sign David Beckham and Ronaldinho in the same January transfer window. So the story begins in November of 2010. This is when Blackburn got taken over. Indian poultry giant Venky's has completed its purchase of Premier League club Blackburn Rovers in a £43 million deal. While fans hope to see strong financial backing from the new owners, Blackburn manager Sam Allardyce has dismissed talk of imminent big money signings. People will go off mentioning we're after Torres or Drogba, Allardyce said. In terms of investment, it will be relatively moderate. Just to provide a little bit of context, Blackburn were 14th in the table on the day of the takeover. So that is not a bad position considering they were in relegation trouble the season before and Sam Allardyce rescued them, and at this point they're 2 points above the drop zone, but their performances are actually pretty good. So 2 days after the takeover is announced, Blackburn beat Aston Villa 2-0 at Ewood Park with classic Barclaysmen icon Morten Gamst Pedersen scoring 2 goals. I actually remember this well because I was at this game as a young 18-year-old journalist, and I've actually tracked down my player ratings. So for anyone who's interested in what the Blackburn team looked like in this era, it's not a bad team. Look at the centre-backs. This is the era of Chris Samba, Ryan Nelson. They've got a young Phil Jones in midfield. Already mentioned Morten Gamst Pedersen. They've got Jason Roberts up top. They're not a bad team at this point. However, they're definitely not good enough to have Ronaldinho in their team. I mean, he's past his prime in 2010, but look at this. Ronaldinho tops award list. AC Milan's Ronaldinho has been named World Soccer's World Player of the Decade for the 2000s. The Brazil international is one of the most popular and marketable footballers around right now. He has won several major honours throughout his career, including the 2002 World Cup and the 2005 Ballon d'Or. So for Ronaldinho to even be linked with Blackburn is kind of ludicrous. And so is this headline right here. Beckham to Blackburn, ? David Beckham is expected to be a Premier League player again soon. The LA Galaxy midfielder looks set to seek a loan move to a European club during MLS off-season. Blackburn, Newcastle and Tottenham are reportedly interested in signing the English football icon on a short-term deal for 11 matches. Now, for a team that's looking to sign David Beckham and Ronaldinho, you need to have good form. And unfortunately, things go a little bit downhill here. The very next week, Blackburn lose 7-1 against Man United with Dimitar Berbatov scoring 5 goals. Form picks up a little bit a week later, beating Wolves 3-0 at home, David Dunn, Brett Emerton, Ryan Nelson with the goals. But then they lose again a week later. Bolton 2, Blackburn 1, even though Bolton only had 10 men. Venky's at this point have only been in charge for 4 games, but they've seen enough. Big Sam's gone. New Blackburn Rovers owners Venky's have sacked manager Sam Allardyce. I am very shocked and disappointed to be leaving Blackburn, Allardyce said. Rovers captain Ryan Nelson called the decision devastating in a BBC Radio 5 Live interview. Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson went a step further, telling reporters that Venky's don't know what they're doing. As we head into the new year, Blackburn Rovers have picked up just 4 points from 4 games since Steve Keane replaced Sam Allardyce as manager. And you can see here Blackburn 1, West Ham 1, Blackburn 0, Stoke 2, disappointing home defeat, beat West Brom 3-1 away but then lost 3-0 at Sunderland. So with form a little bit shaky, Beckham linked, Ronaldinho linked, the pressure really at this point is on for Blackburn's new owners to deliver in the January transfer window. Just 3 days after that defeat against Sunderland, it is official. Blackburn bid for Ronaldinho. Blackburn Rovers have made an offer to sign Ronaldinho from AC Milan. He is keen to play in the EPL, Venky's chairperson Anna Rudder Desai told BBC Radio Lancashire, and I think that goes in our favour. So they're confident at this point. Desai also confirmed Blackburn's interest in LA Galaxy's David Beckham, adding that Rovers are open whenever he is ready to join. Blackburn fans at this point must just be in dreamland. I mean, I'll just give you a quick look here. Blackburn are no mugs. I mean, in 94-95 they won the Premier League. They did have a lot of money behind them, but they had Shearer and Sutton up top. Kenny Dalglish was the manager. They were a fantastic team. They beat Man U to the title. All these years later, a few setbacks along the way. Imagine this, Beckham and Ronaldinho lining up in this team. No wonder fans are excited, even if Allardyce is gone and it's a questionable decision. Results are a bit all over the place. But look at this. Look at this dream team that they could have soon. That should have a massive asterisk next to it because today's gossip, a few days later, is not looking good. AC Milan's Blackburn-linked star Ronaldinho has emerged as a target for Brazilian clubs Flamengo, Grêmio and Palmeiras. Not only that, but David Beckham is reportedly looking to train with a European club during the MLS off-season just to keep fit. He is no longer interested in a loan move. 2 days later, and it really starts to go wrong at this point, Beckham opts for Tottenham. Tottenham have announced that David Beckham will train with the club until February the 10th. Beckham had been expected to make a loan move for the third consecutive year, having previously enjoyed short spells at AC Milan in 2009 and 2010. However, it has been decided he will train with Spurs to maintain fitness. The news is a major blow to Blackburn's January transfer window plans. And we go ahead another 2 days, and it just keeps getting worse and worse for Blackburn. Ronaldinho's next move confirmed, and it's not to Ewood Park. After weeks of speculation, Ronaldinho has joined Brazilian club Flamengo on a 3-year deal. Blackburn manager Steve Keane admitted defeat in the club's pursuit of the playmaker at the weekend, saying any potential deal was dead in the water. Instead, Rovers are reportedly hoping to bring Roque Santa Cruz back to the club on loan from Manchester City. So as the January transfer window ends, it could have been Ronaldinho here, it could have been Beckham, but instead, it's Mauro Formica. He is the main man who Blackburn signed in January, 3.5 million, undisclosed but reportedly 3.5 million from Newell's Old Boys. They get Ruben Rashina from Barcelona B, they get Jermaine Jones on loan from Schalke, and they do end up getting Santa Cruz back on loan from Man City. Not terrible business on paper, or on Deefax, or on your television set, but it's not Beckham. It's not Ronaldinho, is it? And actually, in hindsight, they could have done with some more signings in January, or some better signings in January, because they did not seal survival until the final day of the season, when they won 3-2 at Wolves. As it turned out, they could have lost the game and still stayed up, but that's not the point. They had to wait till the final day to survive. Heading into the summer transfer window in 2011, Blackburn, honestly, if you look at these signings, I mean, they got Yakubu from Everton. He turned out to be a fantastic signing, only for 1.5 million. But there's no one on Beckham or Ronaldinho's level. They got Scott Dan, and I actually like Scott Dan, but he's not Beckham or Ronaldinho. He's just Scott Dan. So this is what they got in the summer. And you're probably not surprised to hear that they got relegated. So a year, 18 months earlier, Blackburn were talking about all the money that they've got. They sacked Big Sam. They want these two megastars, but they end up getting relegated, and it's not even close. I mean, they needed another 6 points. They conceded 78 goals, and they had one of the rock-solid defences of the Premier League era in the mid-2000s under Mark Hughes and then Sam Allardyce. So, yeah, it all went wrong. And just to round this off, at the time of recording, there's been 13 seasons since they got relegated, and they've never been back to the Premier League. And that about sums it up. I mean, as the headline says here, could have been chicken tonight, Becks tomorrow, Ronaldinho as well. But it turned out to be relegation a year later and 13 seasons in the lower divisions. So, and counting, depending on what happens in the current season. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and click the link on screen if you want to know all about the night when Phil Mitchell, specifically the Who Shot Phil Mitchell reveal episode of EastEnders, caused chaos in the football world.